MASH remains one of television's most unforgettable classic series, remembered for its sharp humor, emotional honesty, powerful anti-war message, and rare ability to blend comedy with the pain of human experience. In this video, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, memorable roles, and where life took them beyond the 4077th. We'll also remember the beloved actors who are no longer with us and celebrate the legacy they left behind. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic TV throwbacks. Let's return to the 4077th, where laughter, friendship, courage, heartbreak, and humanity turned a wartime camp into one of the most meaningful and unforgettable series in television history. Loretta Swit brought strength, elegance, and emotional depth to the role of Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan, the disciplined head nurse, whose journey became one of the most powerful character transformations on television. Born Loretta Jane Swit on the 4th of November, 1937, in Passaic, New Jersey, she was 34 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Swit first appeared as a strict, sharp-tongued officer, but over time she gave Margaret far more humanity, revealing the loneliness, pride, compassion, and quiet vulnerability beneath her military toughness. Her expressive eyes, precise comic timing, and commanding presence allowed the character to be both intimidating and deeply sympathetic, making her much more than the nickname audiences first knew. Across the show's one-season run, she became one of its longest-serving cast members alongside Alan Alda and earned 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for her performance. Before her defining television role, Swit trained at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and built her career through stage work and guest appearances in series such as Gunsmoke, Hawaii Five-0, Mission, Impossible, and Mannix. Beyond acting, she was also known for her deep commitment to animal rights, painting, and charitable work. Loretta Swit passed away on the 30th of May, 2025, at her home in New York City from natural causes, at the age of 87. Her legacy remains tied to resilience, grace, and a groundbreaking portrayal of a woman who grew from comic stereotype into one of the most memorable figures in classic television. Harry Morgan brought warmth, discipline, and quiet humor to the role of Colonel Sherman T. Potter, the seasoned commanding officer, who arrived with a firm voice, a steady hand, and a deeply human heart. Born Harry Bratsburg on the 10th of April, 1915, in Detroit, Michigan, he was 60 years old when he joined the series in 1975. Morgan gave Potter a rare balance of authority and kindness. He could correct his doctors with sharp military confidence, then moments later, reveal the patience, sadness, and compassion of a man who had seen too much war. His dry wit, gentle expressions, and natural dignity made the character feel less like a strict commander and more like a protective father figure to the 4077th. Long before this role, Morgan had built a respected career in film and television, appearing in classics such as High Noon and Inherit the Wind, and becoming widely known through December Bride, Pete and Gladys, and Dragnet. Interestingly, he had appeared earlier in the same television universe as General Bartford Hamilton Steele, before returning as Potter, the role that defined his later career. Harry Morgan passed away on the 7th of December 2011 in Los Angeles, California, from pneumonia at the age of 96. His legacy remains tied to wisdom, warmth, and the unforgettable presence of a commander who brought both order and heart to one of television's most beloved ensembles. David Ogden Stiers brought refinement, intelligence, and quiet emotional complexity to the role of Major Charles Emerson Winchester III, the gifted Boston surgeon whose polished manners and sharp tongue made him stand apart from the rest of the 4077th. Born on the 31st of October 1942 in Peoria, Illinois, he was 34 years old when he joined the series in 1977. Stiers gave Winchester much more than arrogance. Behind the character's pride, classical music, and upper-class confidence, he revealed a man capable of loneliness, compassion, and deep moral feeling. His precise voice, elegant posture, and dry comic timing made every exchange memorable, whether he was clashing with Hawkeye and BJ, or quietly showing kindness to a wounded patient. Before becoming widely known through this role, Stiers trained at Juilliard and built a strong foundation in theater, later becoming a respected actor in television, film, and voice work. He earned 2 Primetime Emmy nominations for his performance, proving how strongly Winchester connected with audiences despite joining the cast later in the show's run. Beyond live-action roles, he became familiar to new generations through voice performances in Disney films such as Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. David Ogden Stiers passed away on the 3rd of March 2018 in Newport, Oregon, after a battle with bladder cancer, at the age of 75. His legacy remains tied to elegance, discipline, and a character who brought wit, dignity, and unexpected heart to classic television. William Christopher brought gentleness, sincerity, and quiet spiritual strength to the role of Father Francis Mulcahy, the kind-hearted chaplain who offered comfort, faith, and humanity amid the chaos of war. Born on the 20th of October, 1932, in Evanston, Illinois, he was 39 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Christopher gave Father Mulcahy a soft but memorable presence. He was never the loudest person in the room, yet his compassion often carried great emotional weight. Through his calm voice, modest humor, and thoughtful expressions, he made the character feel like a steady moral center, someone who listened more than he judged and cared deeply for both the wounded and the weary. Before becoming widely recognized in this role, Christopher built his career through stage work and television appearances, including roles in Gomer Pyle, USMC, Hogan's Heroes, That Girl, and The Andy Griffith Show. His performance helped show that courage did not always come from command or comedy. Sometimes it came from patience, kindness, and the ability to remain hopeful in painful circumstances. After the series ended, he continued the role in Aftermath and later became an advocate for autism awareness, inspired by his family's own experience. William Christopher passed away on the 31st of December 2016 in Pasadena, California, from cancer at the age of 84. His legacy remains tied to warmth, faith, and a gentle character whose quiet goodness made him unforgettable. Larry Linville brought nervous energy, sharp comedy, and memorable insecurity to the role of Major Frank Burns, the rigid surgeon whose jealousy, arrogance, and constant frustration made him one of the show's most recognizable early characters. Born Lawrence Levon Linville on the 29th of September 1939 in Ojai, California, he was 32 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Linville gave Frank more than simple foolishness. Behind the character's smug attitude and military obsession, he showed a man desperate for respect, but often too vain and narrow-minded to earn it. His tense expressions, clipped delivery, and perfect comic reactions created a strong contrast with the more rebellious doctors around him, turning many scenes into unforgettable moments of conflict and humor. Before becoming widely known in this role, Linville studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London and built his career through theater and television guest appearances. Although Frank Burns was often mocked by the other characters, Linville's disciplined performance made him essential to the show's early chemistry. He left the series in 1977 after 5 seasons, choosing not to repeat the same comic pattern, and later continued acting in television, film, and stage productions. Larry Linville passed away on the 10th of April 2000 in New York City from complications related to cancer surgery at the age of 60. His legacy remains tied to fearless comedy, precise timing, and a character whose flaws made him both frustrating and unforgettable. McLean Stevenson brought warmth, nervous humor, and genuine humanity to the role of Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake, the well-meaning commanding officer whose relaxed leadership helped define the early heart of the 4077th. Born Edgar McLean Stevenson, Jr. on the 14th of November, 1927, in Normal, Illinois, he was 44 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Stevenson gave Henry a lovable mix of confusion, kindness, and quiet decency. He was not a perfect military leader, but he cared deeply for the people under his command. His easy smile, gentle comic timing, and natural vulnerability made the character feel less like a strict officer and more like an overwhelmed but compassionate friend trying to keep everyone together. Before becoming widely recognized in this role, Stevenson worked in radio, comedy writing, and stage performance, later appearing on programs such as The Doris Day Show and The Tim Conway Comedy Hour. His performance as Henry Blake earned him a Golden Globe Award in 1974 and made his departure from the series one of the most emotional moments in television history. After leaving, he continued working in television with shows such as The McLean Stevenson Show, Hello, Larry, and Condo. McLean Stevenson passed away on the 15th of February, 1996, in Los Angeles, California, from a heart attack after surgery for bladder cancer, at the age of 68. His legacy remains tied to humor, tenderness, and a character whose final goodbye still stands as one of classic television's most unforgettable scenes. Kellye Nakahara brought warmth, sincerity, and quiet charm to the role of Nurse Kellye, a dependable member of the 4077th Medical Staff, whose presence helped make the camp feel more human and believable. Born Kellye Nakahara Wallet on the 16th of January 1948 in Oahu, Hawaii, she was about 25 years old when she began appearing in the series in 1973. Although her role was often supporting, Nakahara gave the character a gentle strength that audiences remembered. Her calm expressions, natural humor, and kind presence added heart to scenes that might otherwise have focused only on the doctors and officers. She made Nurse Kellye feel like a real person working through exhaustion, pressure, and uncertainty with quiet dignity. Over time, the character became more recognizable, and one of her most memorable moments came when she directly challenged Hawkeye for overlooking her, giving viewers a deeper look at her confidence and emotional honesty. Before and after this role, Nakahara also worked as an artist, later becoming known for watercolor painting and community involvement in Pasadena, California. Her life reflected creativity beyond acting, showing talent both on screen and through visual art. Kellye Nakahara passed away on the 16th of February, 2020, in Pasadena, California, after a battle with cancer at the age of 72. Her legacy remains tied to kindness, authenticity, and a quietly memorable performance that gave dignity and warmth to one of television's most beloved ensembles. Allan Arbus brought calm intelligence, compassion, and quiet emotional depth to the role of Major Sidney Friedman, the thoughtful psychiatrist whose appearances often revealed the hidden wounds of war. Born on the 15th of February, 1918, in New York City, he was 55 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1973. Arbus gave Sidney a rare stillness. He did not need dramatic speeches or loud emotion to make an impact. With his gentle voice, observant eyes, and measured delivery, he made the character feel like a man who truly listened, understood pain, and carried the wisdom of someone who had seen the fragile side of human nature. His episodes often brought a deeper emotional layer to the story, showing that survival was not only about treating physical injuries, but also about protecting the mind and spirit. Before becoming widely known as an actor, Arbus had a very different creative life as a successful fashion photographer, working for magazines and building a respected name behind the camera. He later turned to acting and appeared in films and television, but Sidney Friedman remained his most beloved role. Allan Arbus passed away on the 19th of April, 2013, in Los Angeles, California, from complications of congestive heart failure at the age of 95. His legacy remains tied to quiet wisdom, humanity, and a character whose gentle presence made some of the show's most emotional moments unforgettable. Edward Winter brought intensity, sharp humor, and unforgettable eccentricity to the role of Colonel Samuel Flagg, the overzealous intelligence officer whose paranoia and wild seriousness made him one of the most memorable recurring characters in the 4077th. Born on the 3rd of June, 1937, in Ventura, California, he was 36 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1973. Winter played Flagg with fearless comic energy. Every stiff movement, suspicious glance, and dramatic outburst made the character feel both ridiculous and strangely dangerous. He turned a guest role into something instantly recognizable, using his commanding voice and exaggerated authority to create a man who believed every situation was a secret mission. Before becoming known for this role, Winter trained as a performer and built a career across stage, film, and television, appearing in productions such as The Parallax View, Soap, Project UFO, and later, Herman's Head. His performance as Flagg worked because he never played the character as simply silly. He gave him total conviction, which made the comedy even stronger. Though he appeared only occasionally, his scenes often brought a sudden burst of chaos, satire, and absurd military logic. Edward Winter passed away on the 8th of March, 2001, in Woodland Hills, California, from complications of Parkinson's disease, at the age of 63. His legacy remains tied to bold comedy, disciplined timing, and a character whose strange intensity made every appearance unforgettable. Patrick Adiarte brought sincerity, warmth, and youthful gentleness to the role of Ho-Jon, the Korean houseboy whose quiet loyalty made him a memorable part of the early 4077th story. Born Patrick Robert Adiarte on the 2nd of August 1942 in Manila, Philippines, he was 30 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Although his screen time was limited to the first season, Adiarte gave Ho-Jon a soft dignity that made the character feel more human than decorative. His calm expression, respectful manner, and natural presence helped show the connection between the doctors and the local people affected by the war around them. In the pilot episode, Ho-Jon became central to one of the camp's most heartfelt storylines, as Hawkeye and Trapper tried to raise money to send him to college in the United States. Long before this television role, Adiarte had already built an impressive career as a young performer, appearing in Rodgers and Hammerstein's The King and I, and later in Flower Drum Song, where his skill as an actor and dancer stood out. He also appeared in The Brady Bunch, Bonanza, Hawaii Five-0, Ironside, and Kojak, while also working as a dancer and later teaching tap dance. Patrick Adiarte passed away on the 15th of April, 2025, in the Los Angeles area, from pneumonia, at the age of 82. His legacy remains tied to grace, talent, and the quiet emotional mark he left through a small but meaningful role in classic television. Alan Alda brought wit, intelligence, and deep emotional honesty to the role of Captain Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce, the brilliant surgeon whose humor became both a weapon and a shield against the pain of war. Born Alfonso Joseph de Abruzzo on the 28th of January, 1936, in New York City, he was 36 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Alda gave Hawkeye a rare mix of sharp comedy and quiet vulnerability. He could turn a tense moment into laughter with a quick remark, then reveal the fear, anger, and compassion of a man struggling to stay human in an impossible place. His expressive face, natural timing, and thoughtful delivery made the character feel rebellious, wounded, funny, and deeply moral all at once. Beyond acting, Alda became one of the creative forces behind the show, writing and directing several episodes, including the historic finale Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen. His performance earned him multiple Emmy Awards and helped make Hawkeye one of television's most iconic characters. After the series ended, he continued a respected career in film, television, theater, writing, and science communication, appearing in projects such as The West Wing, The Aviator, Bridge of Spies, and Marriage Story. As of June 2026, Alan Alda is 90 years old. His legacy remains tied to intelligence, humanity, and a character who proved that laughter could survive even in the shadow of heartbreak. Gary Burghoff brought innocence, sensitivity, and gentle humor to the role of Corporal Walter Radar O'Reilly, the young company clerk, whose nervous energy and surprising intuition made him one of the most beloved figures at the 4077th. Born Gary Rich Burghoff on the 24th of May, 1943, in Bristol, Connecticut, he was 29 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Burghoff gave Radar a rare mix of childlike wonder and quiet competence. He could seem shy, awkward, and overwhelmed, yet somehow always knew what the colonel needed before anyone said a word. His soft voice, wide-eyed expressions, and natural vulnerability made the character feel deeply human, like a young man trying to hold on to kindness while surrounded by the pain of war. He had already played Radar in the 1970 film, before becoming the only major actor from that movie to continue the same role in the television version. Before and after this defining part, Burghoff also performed on stage, originated Charlie Brown in the 1967 off-Broadway production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, appeared on Match Game, and later explored music, painting, writing, and inventing. As of June 2026, Gary Burghoff is 83 years old. his legacy remains tied to warmth, innocence, and a character whose quiet heart made him unforgettable in classic television. Jamie Farr brought wild humor, heart, and unforgettable originality to the role of Corporal Maxwell Q. Klinger, the clever Toledo soldier whose outrageous outfits and desperate attempts to earn a discharge made him one of television's most distinctive comic characters. Born Jamil Joseph Farrah on the 1st of July 1934 in Toledo, Ohio, he was 38 years old when the series premiered in 1972. Farr first made Klinger memorable through broad comedy, but over time he gave the character far more warmth, loyalty, and humanity. Behind the dresses, schemes, and quick one-liners was a homesick young man who cared deeply about his friends and eventually became a trusted company clerk. His expressive face, fearless timing, and natural charm helped turn what could have been a small recurring joke into a beloved long-running role. Like Klinger, Farr had real ties to Toledo and Lebanese-American heritage, details that made the character feel even more personal and authentic. Before becoming famous through this part, he appeared in films such as Blackboard Jungle and served in the U.S. Army. He later continued the role in Aftermath and remained a familiar face in television, stage, and game shows. As of June 2026, Jamie Farr is 91 years old. His legacy remains tied to laughter, resilience, and a character whose humor hid a sincere heart beneath every outrageous costume. Mike Farrell brought warmth, intelligence, and quiet moral strength to the role of Captain B.J. Hunnicutt, the thoughtful surgeon whose arrival gave the 4077th a new kind of emotional balance. Born Michael Joseph Farrell Jr. on the 6th of February, 1939, in St. Paul, Minnesota, he was 36 years old when he joined the series in 1975. Farrell gave B.J. a calm, grounded presence. Unlike Hawkeye's sharper rebellion, his character often carried a gentler sadness, shaped by homesickness, loyalty to his wife and daughter, and the daily strain of trying to save lives in the middle of war. His natural sincerity, steady voice, and subtle humor made B.J. feel like a decent man doing his best to stay compassionate under impossible circumstances. Before becoming widely known through this role, Farrell appeared in television series such as Days of Our Lives, The Interns, and The Man in the City, gradually building a steady acting career. After the series ended, he continued working as an actor, producer, and writer, while also becoming known for his strong involvement in humanitarian and social justice causes. As of June 2026, Mike Farrell is 87 years old. His legacy remains tied to kindness, conviction, and a character who showed that quiet decency could be just as powerful as loud comedy or dramatic heroism. Jeff Maxwell brought humor, familiarity, and quiet comic charm to the role of Private Igor Straminsky, the unlucky mess tent cook, whose meals often became one of the 4077th's most reliable sources of complaints and laughter. Born on the 19th of April, 1947, in the United States, he was about 26 years old when he began appearing in the series in 1973. Maxwell gave Igor a simple but memorable presence. He was often tired, confused, or caught in the middle of someone else's frustration, yet his reactions made even small scenes feel funny and human. Though Igor was not one of the main doctors or officers, he became one of the show's most recognizable recurring faces, helping fill out the everyday world of the camp with humor and realism. His character usually appeared around the mess tent, serving questionable food with a straight face, while Hawkeye, BJ, and the others complained with perfect comic timing. Before and after this role, Maxwell worked in film and television, appearing in projects such as Young Frankenstein, The Kentucky Fried Movie, Eight is Enough, The Waltons, and Chips. He also wrote Secrets of the Mash Mess, The Lost Recipes of Private Igor, and later co-hosted the fan podcast MASH Matters. As of June 2026, Jeff Maxwell is 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to humor, loyalty, and a supporting character, whose small moments helped make the 4077th feel alive. Todd Susman brought familiarity, rhythm, and an unseen comic presence to the role of the PA announcer, the voice that helped shape daily life inside the 4077th, even when his face was not on screen. born on the 17th of January, 1947, in St. Louis, Missouri. He was about 26 years old when he began providing announcements in 1973. Susman's work was subtle but important. His clear voice, dry timing, and casual delivery made the camp feel active, crowded, and alive beyond the main characters. Whether calling doctors to surgery, sharing odd updates, or adding a quick burst of humor between scenes, his announcements became part of the show's identity. He also appeared on screen as Private Danny Baker in the episode Operation Noselift, giving fans a rare chance to see the actor behind one of the series' most recognizable sounds. Beyond this role, Susman built a long career as a character actor, appearing in television and film projects such as Newhart, Saint, Elsewhere, The Waltons, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Orange is the New Black, and The Taking of Pelham 123. As of June 2026, Todd Susman is 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to versatility, professionalism, and a voice that quietly became an essential part of classic television atmosphere. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the MASH cast and the stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest moment, or most emotional 4077th scene in the comments. See you in the next video.